Hey guys, the section of violence here. We're about to cover Ares FC. Let's get right into it. Anthony Laurent, 1-0, faced a guy who is 0-2, and he got the win. Um, not very happy with the quality of competition he's been facing, but it is what it is. He's facing a guy by the name of Adel Sharifi, who has not fought yet. And I might have to take him as a dog, to be honest, because I'm not liking this Anthony Laurent guy. Um, this is my early prediction, Adel Sharifi. Um, it could be wrong, but something in my gut's telling me to do this, so I'm gonna do it. Adel Sharifi by first or second round knockout. Let's go. Montaz Kondrafishis versus Ali Dontello. Now, Ali's 1-0. Um, it's a lot of canceled fights. And let's see the record of the guy he beat. 50-50 record is never the greatest. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards Montaz being the striker. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Montaz here. Montaz Kondruftius, but it's a close fight. It could go. This guy looks like he's in really good shape, but I don't know. It's a hard fight to call. Depends how they look on the scale. I have Montaz. Um, moving on up the card, Amir Dedrick versus Rasim Batouche. Now Rasim, he's 4-1, so he's got a good record. He's faced pretty good guys. Um, he's coming off a loss, so that's never the greatest for your confidence. He's facing a guy who's undefeated, so other than his kickboxing, he's lost in kickboxing, so he's a very good kickboxer. We'll see how he's undefeated as an amateur. I'm gonna have to go with him. Ride the Amari Diedrich. Let's go. Let's go, Amari. Don't take every pick from these first three fights with a grain of salt. These guys are really hard to predict. And then we move on. We have Bobby Paulette versus I'm not even gonna try to say the first name, Kamsudanov. And both of these guys are very talented. Bobby Palat has more power, I believe, but the more skilled fighter is Hamzadinov. That is why I'm gonna have to go with Bobby Palat. But I don't know, man. This is a hard fight to call. Very, very slightly leaning Bobby Palat. Very, very slightly. And I'm not confident. Moving on up the card, just being more well-rounded. But moving on up the card, we have Shajul Haq versus Samir Fadin. Now, Samir, he has a terrible record, and he's a favorite. He lost to Aaron Abbey, who isn't the greatest. Luke Shanks, who's pretty good. He beat Sam Creasy. Ooh, I don't know, man. I think this hot guy is gonna get it done. He lost by I don't know, man. I think he's coming back. I think he's Samir. He's gonna beat Samir. After seeing who he beat, Sam Creasy, I'm gonna have to make it a 1 to 2 unit play, but that's crazy. I had no idea he beat Sam Creasy. That's kind of changed how I perceive him. He must be good if he beat Sam Creasy. But anyways, he's facing this guy, and I believe Hack should get the job done by unanimous decision. Um, Igorglasgow versus Pauline Begaye. Begaye, I've had the privilege of watching. He has very good striking, but his grappling is where he falls short. He beat Matthew Byfield, was a very good win. Umar Sai, he lost to, which is no shame. Umar is a really good grappler. Um, he's gonna be fighting Igor. Igor is very good, but he's grappling, and I feel like that will be the game again. I have to go with Igor because from what I saw from Begaye, he didn't have the greatest grappling, and I don't know if you can just change that. But he does have good striking, so definitely will be a live dog, life alive. It'll be an interesting fight. Teddy Voila versus Shigili Udella. Gili Odella is a decent fighter, I'd say. He went to beat Gaudi split decision, so that must mean he's pretty good. Um, he's gonna be a competent fighter, but he's facing Teddy Voila, who's coming off a nice finish victory, ground and pound first round over Leandro Barbosa, which is a pretty good win to have. He lost to Paddy Pimblett, so this should be a closer fight than the odds makers are making it out to be. But I'm gonna have to go with. It's a hard fight. I'm gonna have to go with Teddy by unanimous or split decision. Okay, so that moves that on. Move on to the fight that I'm very interested in. I'd say the fight that so this is the fight I have three units on. Aluan Nahe versus whose only losses are to pretty good guys. He's got a good streak himself. He's fighting a guy who's got a terrible record. I'm not saying that means he's a bad fighter, but it's usually not a good thing. He's coming off a first round finish, but the guy he fought didn't have the greatest record either. So I'm gonna have to go with Nahe by getting a unanimous decision. I don't see him having the power to put out David, but you never know. I see him putting on a clinic though. This moves on to the co-main event. We have Nuftilov versus Trabesi. Now Trabesi looked like shit against a guy who's an old UFC fighter who's shit himself with terrible cardio, and he couldn't even finish that fight. So no way in hell will I be picking him against a guy with a Russian last name. I believe Nuftiliev, being 28 years old, is going to run through this man. 12-0, and this is man's the underdog. Sign me up. I'm gonna take those odds. I have Asmat Nuftiliev. Now this main event is probably one of the harder fights in the card, I'd say, to pick. Ivana Petrovic versus Alexandra Tekana. Now Tekana's won me money twice. She's a really good striker, decent, capable grappler, but Ivana's just a better grappler. That's where I'm worried. I'm gonna still pick Tekana because she hasn't let me down so far, and I'm gonna ride the train till it falls off. But it's a close fight, man, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gets subbed here because she's facing a girl who faced. Don't get me wrong, who'd she face again? She faced some pretty good girls, and she's beat them up. So I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a close fight, but I got Takuma ever so carefully. So just to recap the picks, I got Adel Sharifi winning his fight. I have Montaz winning his fight. Close fight, but I have him winning. I have Amir Diedrich winning his fight by KO. I have Bobby Paulette winning the fight by split decision or unanimous, one of the two. I have Hack winning his fight, but I'm this fight prediction may change. Hack for now by unanimous decision. I have Igor Glasov winning his fight by unanimous decision. I have Teddy Voila winning his fight by unanimous decision. And I have Nahe winning his fight by unanimous decision. I have Nufdalayev winning his fight by let's go second or third round finish. And then I have Takano winning her fight by split decision. Let's go. Ares FC. Let's crush this card. We own this. Let's go.